He's got a great story with us tonight. Please give a big, warm round of applause for our organizer, Steve Rock.
I'll talk to you after class. I'm one of the lucky ones who gets to spend a week every summer at a special place. In my case, it's in the Adirondacks. It's up on Lake George, a place called Silver Bay. And I've been doing it since 1978. Actually, I've been playing in the softball game since 1978. So at the end of this week, there's a softball game. Now, this is a week where people come from all over the country. They come from California, from Iowa, all over, even from Thailand and Hawaii. And everybody's always gathering and partying and reacquainting. It's a great time and a lot of really good friends. So at the end of that week is the softball game, the big softball game. And so I'm now playing the softball game. This is 10 years ago this summer, on August 7th. I know the date well. So the game is going. We've got the lawn up here. It's on a little bit of a hillside. All the people around who are not watching the game or not playing the game are up on the hill. The blankets are out. Everybody's chit-chatting. And it's about the 6th inning or so. I've been up to bat. I may have gotten on base. I don't really remember. But this particular, it's about the 6th inning. I think my team is behind. I get up to bat. I'm standing over the plate. And I look at it and I know people on the other team, we just mix things up. And it's all ages too, it's adults, it's kids. And finally a decent pitch comes over. I hit it, one of my classic line drives to the infield. But that's me.
That's rare.
Yeah. So, line drive is heading right to the shortstop. I take off for first base. I am running, I'm thinking this is great, gonna get on base. Now, I did really learn that 27% of outs in a baseball game are outs at first base, getting thrown at first. I've learned that since. There's not a statistic for getting there safely. I look out at the outfield, or at the infield, and the shortstop is a guy named Michael Mangiante, who is a high school pitcher. He plays ball. First baseman, I think, plays trumpet. I am running, I look, he's got that ball, and I see that first baseman, and I see that first base, and then I see absolutely nothing. And I hear, and I see these radio dials, like an old World War II radio. I see these 2 dials, and I'm hearing static. And I remember this very clearly. And gradually, it faded, and I opened my eyes, and I'm looking at grass that's right here. I hear some buddies of mine who are behind me. One's actually a ex-firefighter, and they're listening to Steve, okay. And I realized that I took the ball right in the head. Right in the head. I'm laying there. Dennis, who is actually ran the SWAT in New Jersey, so these guys know what they're doing. He's got his fingers inside my mouth, checking for everything. So he pokes his finger up through the hole right here. I got a hole in my. Anyway, long story short, I finally sit up. The game is called. Kim comes over. It's just another day with Steve. I get to the hospital, and I take a long ambulance ride to the hospital. And in the hospital, they wanted to just check me out. I don't recall if they took X-rays or not. I don't think they did. But the doctor, looks me over, checks me out. And meanwhile, I've had ice on my face. I know I'm starting to swell up. And he says, that ball hit you right here. He said, if that ball had been an inch higher, you'd have a broken cheek. If that ball had been an inch lower, you'd be drinking your meals for 6 weeks out of a straw. If that ball had been a little bit higher, you'd have a broken orbital. If the ball had been a little off of that, you could be dead right here in the temple. But he says, but you can go home. Now, the thing is, at the end of this week, there's always a great party that night. I really wanted to go to the party. Kim makes me look in a mirror and go, and I'm strolling out to here. It is ugly. I can show you a picture on my phone. I've kept it. So, anyway, we leave the next day and come back to Wayland here. And people who know me, who might be hearing this story or will hear this go, I never saw this. I never heard of this. You didn't see me because for 2 weeks I did not go anywhere. I stayed put. I only walked my dog. There were 2 people I saw. One was my dentist, who said, there's nothing wrong with your teeth. And the other was a little girl up the road who got hit in the head with a softball the week before at her camp. So I went to say hi to her because I knew who she was. And no concussion, nothing. So that was the guardian angel part of this thing. A year later, we're back again. Got the week, everybody's gathering around, having fun. And there's more than one person who saw me. They hadn't seen me in a year. Said, Steve, you should be dead. Yeah, I may be, but I'm fine. End of the week, softball game. Gotta play. So I, once again, first time up, I'm over the plate. There's a hush over the crowd. Everybody remembers last year. I know the pitcher. He says, you sure you want to do this? Michael is not at playing this game, thank goodness, so I had a pretty good idea that I might be safe. I hit the ball. I got another grounder to the outfield. Take off to first base. I am running. Crowd's going, crowd's cheering. I look out, my hands instinctively go up. I'm out at first. Crowd cheers. They weren't cheering because I was out. They were cheering because I was safe. What I realized afterwards was that I may be the one guy who has struggled to get to first base and gotten lucky at the same time.